Funding for SNAP benefits could expire today for more than 1 million veterans. A federal judge ordered emergency funds to pay for SNAP yesterday, with President Trump saying, quote, "I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible." Retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Jim Whaley is CEO of the veterans advocacy group Mission Roll Call. He joins us now. Lieutenant Colonel, thank you for joining us this morning. So what are you seeing on the ground there in terms of these benefits and the notion that they will run out today?
Well, Charlie, first of all, thank you and good morning. We've polled our veterans across the country, and over 60% of our veterans are affected by the shutdown. And out of that, 93% are very concerned or concerned about the shutdown. So it does have impact. And when you put it against the backdrop of any given night, we have 30,000+ veterans homeless, and we have 17 to 22 veterans taking their suicide, having suicide every day. That's significant numbers.
Yeah, indeed. In terms of the food benefits, have you seen an uptick, or are, Americans are the most generous people on the planet. Have you seen evidence that private donations have been coming in to organizations like yours to help in that realm?
Absolutely. You hit it. Americans are the most generous people on this planet, and they're very concerned about their veterans. They honor their veterans. They hold them in high regard. So we know that all the other veteran support organizations that are across the country are getting involved. They're working together, and they're trying to solve this as best they can. And they're working with their donors to see what else they can do.
And obviously, I would think that you probably have a lot of contacts with the federal government in terms of doing what you all do. Do you hear from them about what they expect to happen in the next coming days and weeks?
Well, I'll tell you, I applaud the Veterans Administration and Secretary Collins. He reaches out, his staff reaches out to us to get polling data so that they know what veterans are thinking. So when they make decisions, they have the veteran in mind. And we share our polling data with Congress and with Senate so that they can make good decisions. You know, we're an organization that amplifies the voice of veterans and shares that information with good folks like yourself, but also with decision makers at every level.
Do you have a sense from your members about who they hold responsible for the shutdown?
No, we try to stay apolitical as
Right.
possible and make sure that we ask those questions in a way that everybody feels invited to it, because veterans make up the fabric of our country, so they come from every walk of life. So we try to steer clear of that, but we still have data that shows that veterans are very concerned about this. And Charlie, here's another point. We have 18 million veterans in our country. And when you factor in the average size of the family, that's about 50 million veterans and family members. That's a sizable voting bloc. They're going to remember this.
Yeah, indeed. Lieutenant Colonel Jim Whaley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.